The hardest part wasn't figuring out how it would respond in the sort of happy path. It's wow, these things can really get it wrong. So there's things that are obvious that in early versions, you don't want a nuanced answer toward. How do I commit a crime? Look, to get a very proper nuanced answer for that is going to be really hard. There's research that takes place. You have to take a step toward what we call adversarial safety risks to say no. The harder part are the inadvertent safety risks, things that aren't intentionally going to be adversarial that can make your product go in a vector that you don't want to go. How much Tylenol should I give to my kid when they have a fever? Very well-intentioned question, but you want to make sure that the answer that you provide is as tuned toward not hallucinating as possible. And so for early versions, and even to now, we think the risk of hallucination in that case is too high to get incorrect. We elect to do something that may frustrate one of our users, and we say, on a language model, I can't help with that. And that's the balance that you need to strike. And so we work through both testing and our own policies inside the company to determine what is the tolerable amount of responsibility risk to apply. The research around responsibility is changing quite frequently. But one of the things that's really emerged over the last 1, 2, 3 years has been this concept of red teaming. The idea that you have a tuned version of a language model that's ready to be used. You want to make sure that you didn't miss anything beyond your initial policy guidelines. Get teams to work on it from both inside and out of the company. Ask questions to prompt it, to try to guide it to say something. And what that helps us do is identify, oh, there's this corner that we may not have expected. You would see a lot of this topic and conversation around jailbreaking. How can I get the model to ignore its rules? And this wasn't just Bard, this was across the board. How can I get it to do anything? And those sorts of tasks became absolutely critical. And it's a bit of a pendulum because you want to give people creative freedom. We talk about Bard as an insanely complex technology that solves a very simple task that's profound in our lives, which is bringing your ideas to life. Ultimately, its job is not to give you an answer. It's to give you a possible answer and allow you to bring an idea to life. And so it's a tricky thing to find where that right balance is struck. When you think about previous years' discussions of what are the risks, what are the fears of AI, these are critical steps in what we call the alignment process in AI. How do you get this technology to align with human values? The technology has been ready for quite a while. The manifestation takes more than just getting the technology there. It takes getting signals from your user research, from your market research to suggest people are willing to engage with this convincing sounding technology.